Okay, task 4, A, B and C are really about using your spreadsheet and making some predictions using it. And you have to print out your results and annotate it, or you can type up what you're thinking. It doesn't really matter how you do it. But so if we have a look at what they are, so it's not actually writing on your design sheets, it's writing on the printouts from the spreadsheet. So this particular one says, task A says, use your spreadsheet to predict the total takings for this year, assuming sales remain the same as last year's. So how much money are we going to make, and we're assuming that the sales are going to remain the same. And for higher levels, you have to write about your investigation, describing what you did and the results you found. And again, here it says that you can do a printout and you can annotate the printout or word process it. I suggest annotating the printout, but let's have a look at how we might go about doing this. So we're trying to find out what the total takings for this year might be. So how might we go about doing that? So here I am in my sales record sheet. So we're assuming that the sales were the same as last year. So the easiest way of finding that is basically to copy, which is a Control C, and paste over here a Control V. Whoops, I think I just did a cut. So let's just do an undo. So Control C to copy that, Control V. Okay, some weird thing is going on with my computer, so let's press escape and let's do that again. So highlight that, Control C to copy, and let's move over here and click over here and Control V to paste. Okay, that's better. So and then press escape to make the highlighted rectangle go away. And so if the sales remained exactly the same as last year, our takings for this year would be exactly the same as last year. So that's our investigation. Our takings wouldn't be the same as last year because this is our total sold for the 4 years, and this bit here are the takings for 2011. So our takings for 2011, if we scroll down to the bottom over here, and I need to make this bigger because they're not fitting in, our takings would go up to 39,427. So what you're doing is you're printing this out, and then you're writing how you managed to do the predictions, assuming that the sales were going to be the same as last year. Okay, so that's one way. So I'm just going to undo this now so that we can have a look at the next one. So remember, that's a printout with an explanation of how you went around doing the investigation. So let's have a look at the next task that we have to do. So again, we have to predict the total takings if the advertising campaign manages to increase the sales of all of the wildlife safari items by 10 each. Okay, so and again we have to do a printout and write about our investigation. So so we're carrying on from this last one, but wildlife safari is going to go up by 10 items each. So let's get my spreadsheet up. So maybe I can just do redo again. So let's have a look at wildlife safari. Now wildlife safari are all going to begin with WS. So let's make the sales for this year, they're going to go up by 10, so that's going to become 225, etc. And let's find the next wildlife safari, or you can filter it, that's going to become 195. And let's do this one as well, so that's going to be 177, and this one's going to be 175 to go up by 10, and this one will be 171, etc, etc, etc. So you do that for all of your wildlife safari ones, and then we scroll down to our takings for that year. So sales amount for 2011 is in column O. So if I scroll down to the bottom of column O, so this is what is going on. Obviously this isn't accurate because I haven't been through the whole of the wildlife safari ones, but that's what you have to do for that. Okay, so I'm going to see whether I can fit the next task in very quickly into this video too. Okay, the next task is actually not about wildlife safari items going up by 10, but it's about the spreadsheet which we haven't yet set up. Actually, that's the exciting bit. So I'll just finish off this particular video for task 4A and B here, and then we'll come back to task 4C in a while. And the next thing we'll tackle is task 5, creating graphs and charts.